Well, I do not know what to say when I'm among peers. I'm not here requested to make this short statement as an assistant minister of the country, no. I'm here as just one among 40 people who celebrate a victory today. It looks like it is a victory until you realize you have not gotten to the pinnacle just yet. That we have just begun. That with such an honor comes the weight of the whole world upon our shoulders. The weight to mentor other young people. Yes, to send the lift downstairs. The weight to become better each day and refine ourselves, knowing only too well that there are young people who long to have this accolade and therefore look forward to us. The weight to be powerful examples for ourselves, our family, and our country. The weight to set examples that transcends the borders of our families and goes over beyond our countries and pours well over our region and well over our continent into the whole world. Oftentimes, young people are invited to the table but ignored. Invited but never involved. You are here because you either invited yourselves or you were invited, and when you were invited, you were involved. And when you were involved, you were remarkable gentlemen. There are 6 P's that I have always stood by as the things that drive us, as things I think we could take with us today. First, purpose. Purpose is what defines why you wake up. Purpose is what you live for. Purpose is what your bedroom mate can tell. For those of you who are married, or your children can be able to define. When they see you, they know that this is what my parent ascribes to, and that is what your family can be able to say. This is what my sister or brother aspires to be and holds dear. Purpose. Why are we here on earth? And the day we define our purpose, we will go to the second P of principles. For a nation and a region of the world that is bereft of principles, ladies and gentlemen in the house, more so the gentlemen who are the awardees of this event today, the world craves men and women of principle who will stand by what they believe what they say, practice what they preach, and abide by what they state. Principle. The third thing, pragmatism. It doesn't matter how huge your vision or purpose is. It doesn't matter how deeply you believe about your principles. Be realistic. Have a sense of measuredness. For what is a man without an outlook that considers other world views? Pragmatism. Be pragmatic. But while you're pragmatic, do not drop the 4th P, which is passion. Too many people did not come so far. Too many people fell by the wayside because, yes, they had a clear purpose. Yes, they were principled. Yes, they were very pragmatic and realistic. But then they dropped the ball of passion. I tell people every day that when I report to work, I'm like a person reporting to a golf course because of the passion. 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 Passion must be read in your walk. Passion must be read in your firm handshake, must be seen in your eyes. Passion must be seen in how you relate with other people. Passion is what will make you treat other people with respect. Passion. But yes, all those are great things. But if you have a purpose, and yes, you may well be awesomely principled and agreeably to most of all that you're very principled. and you are pragmatic, as realistic as it gets, and yes, you are passionate, then please, whatever it takes, let's have some progress. All motion without movement is no progress. Be ready to move, don't be static. Don't be static. Don't think that this is the point of arrival. The world still craves your talent, and it is important that we instrumentalize our talent for the good of this great nation and of this great continent called Africa. For that is what Nelson Rolihlahla Mandela would declare, looking at the young people then, Cyril Ramaphosa, being one of the young people in that time, he says, it falls upon a generation to be great, and you can be that generation. It would be meaningless if we will leave Kenya where it is today without making progress. As you make progress, prepare for one more thing: pruning. Leadership is like growth of a tall tree. The greatest trees that grow the tallest are pruned. Here's the good news: some pruning will happen, but here's the bad news: you will not be the one to choose how you are pruned sometimes. There are times when you will be fired, for those of you who are employed, when you did not see it coming, but fall back on the previous P of progress. There will be times when business will fail. Listen, fall back on the previous P of progress. Fall back on passion. Fall back on principles. Stay the road. Focus. Because we, ladies and gentlemen, in 13 years, are now 520 men who are expected to be able to define the roadmap for our nation. And for all of you who believe in the centrality of divinity, you better close with prayer. But if you don't, well, a day will come when you have to. Here's my closing remarks. I love many instruments about life. Nothing is as fascinating for me as a kaleidoscope. Originated by a namesake of mine called David Brewster, a Scottish scientist. Kaleidoscope. It changes when you look through, changes patterns, changes many things, but retains one thing: its beauty. Age is going to change you. Business is going to change you. Don't lose the single stripe of honor, of beauty. Remain solid. Be true. Be gracious. Be kind. Because that is the certain template to move our country forward. All this talent in the room, from the incredible Omanyala to the ones who have done Mudokinju paints, all of us in this room, it's too much talent to waste not moving a nation forward. I am speaking to your inner selves when we leave through here to bequeath our children a better nation than we have lived in ourselves. That does not diminish the impact and import of what you have done in your generation to come this far. It's been remarkable. David Omoyo and many others have been great. But we have not been the best we are called to be. Ladies and gentlemen, blessed are the peacemakers, they shall be called sons of God. Those are 10 Beatitudes. The 11th Beatitude says, blessed are the shortest speakers, for they shall be welcomed to speak again. It was my honor.
Asante sana.